What's it doing? Hey, I think it's working. Let's get this worked out. There it is. I think I figured out what to do with the picks. I'm giving them the channels to get the thumbs up. You know, viewers pick award or Ken's pick. Well, no matter. I'm just playing with it. Got to do something. I finally got one off to Clash. You should get in a couple of days. I actually got him I got him the purple and the blue ones. Got a couple of them here. Yep. Well, I gotta get some stuff done, no matter if it kills me. Somehow I gotta get something done. Oh look, I got your shirt on. Black Steel Reserve is here. I had ordered something. I don't know what it was, but I got a roll of pennies. There you go. It was a 64. Just, you know, here's an add-on, and it got crushed in the packaging. I forget what else I got. I'm sure it was pretty nice. Let's see, because I've only sent one thing back in the past couple of months. But I got all these, well, let's see if we can see them. I got all these 64s I got to go through. All right, let's see what the hell's in there. It got smushed. Yeah. If you don't pack them well, dude, it doesn't take much to wrap up this thing so it doesn't get crushed. You're shipping rolls, and maybe get a piece of cardboard and wrap it around there and take the hell out of it. Because this is so disappointing when stuff comes in and gets crushed. What you doing? Picking through stuff. I can't even get these out. I can't get the rest of them out. I got a bunch of 64s here to look at. There we go. Yeah, that's done with. Bye-bye. Let's see what we got. I'm not ready. Well, here, let me give you a quickie. That's clean. Yeah. This is why it was in there, you know, as an extra little perk. Yeah. We're not going to find a whole lot here. You can see, there's, okay, you can't see. They're spotted. They got crap on them. Yeah, they look like this. A lot of them. Well, no matter. We can still find something in there. My nose. Drill for oil. Let's find the scope. There we go. That's what they look like. No matter. Okay, some are pretty good. Well, if they cut the mustard, I'll do something with them, but I'm not hopeful for many of these. I suppose I'll just be looking for 64D. We'll be looking at the reverse. For 64D, you get a real nice strong reverse double die. Let's get in there and have a look. And here, oh, it shows up well on United, for example. Nope, not this one. Well, if there's a DDO, they will look much better. They look great when you know, it's a $10 coin. They didn't cost nothing. Well, I'm sure it was figured into the price there. Let's see what we got. Nothing on the mint mark. Date looks good. He's got a booger. That looks all right. Yep, it takes a while. You get all these coins, and geez, you got to go through them. Oh, there goes one. Right in the chair where the coin chips are. I've got these little creases in the chair. 8 coin chips, and they go. That's where they land. A little contact rubbing over there on the edge. Yeah, this one's done for. Let's see if I get this thing to work right. That's good enough. Well, I've had some decent BU rolls, and I've had some, oh, just pitiful. I've had good ones before, real crazy nice ones. I don't think this one qualifies. What's going on in that second to the right? No, let's color this off. Well, we can pick out the chunky ones and get those into the change drawer right away. Here you go. What? No, that's gone. What is that? That's actually debris, I think, stuck to it. I suppose I can put my finger. Yeah, that's crud. Great. I've probably been in a basement or an attic for 50 years or something. Well, we'll get through them. It's no problem. I got some boxes I got to go through. We got a sale coming up tonight I got to get ready for. Do you guys ever sleep? Not since the accident. Back in '72. It'll make you nuts, I'm sure of it. Nah, that one's a goner. That'll go into the junk heap right away. Well, you know, you can pick up BU rolls for a good price. Typically, your you know, common dates, 60s, 70s. You're looking at $1.50, $2 a roll. Anything going on here? I think we get a little clash over here. But with that, it's not going to count. It's that's like rotted paper. Well, we'll keep a lookout anyway. And you get it for a couple bucks a roll, you know, $1.50, $2, maybe $3. You get into the S's, like 70S, 71S. Yeah, they typically $4 or $5, $6. I've picked up a bunch of them. There's piles of them over here I got to do something with. Caca. That's right. It's French. It means caca. Oh, look, there's more in the back. That's all right. We looked at that. Well, you're talking 3 cents a piece, and you get to go through them. Well, if you pick out the best out of the roll, and you're only going to get, you know, 5, 6, you can put together nice groups, nice sets of coins that way. But I find out of a roll, you paid, you know, $1.50, $2 for. 45 of them are going to be, you know, just send them packing. Not good enough. Oh, I can't. My fingers aren't working today. And you have a few, and somehow you got to recover, you know, that investment on the few. Well, can you do it? Sometimes. Well, you spend $1, you get to go through a whole bunch of pennies. This is damaged. Nah, this is a crappy roll. It's probably been inspected before too, judging by the shape of that holder. I think this one looks pretty good so far. But it's when you get those varieties, those die varieties, double dies, RPMs, maybe some binds, some new die cracks, something undiscovered, and there's plenty of it out there. That makes up for, you know, 20 or 30 rolls that you got nothing out of it. And every now and then, because they are still, you know, brilliant and uncirculated, the way they were packaged goes from the mint, you know, get stuffed in bags, all made at the same time. If you get a hit, right, you find a die variety, chances are you're going to find several of those die varieties all in the same roll. And that's where it picks up quick. Ooh, and I've found rolls and picked out, you know, a dozen of a variety. I've had rolls I pick out 3. Okay. Well, 3 ain't too bad. I mean, in this shape, if you find a double die, you're looking at $5 even for a minor variety. So if you get a couple 3 in a row, no, that's not too bad. Sell off a couple, keep one for yourself. It's like a mod hangout. Everybody's a mod. Mods don't sleep. That's a rule. If you're going to mod on this channel, you can never sleep again. Sorry, cheapskate. You're up from now on. How'd your sale go? I went to bed. Didn't matter. I'm broke anyway. Good thing that sale's tonight. I made it through to this Friday, so I'm good. Now I got to make it to, you know, the next sale. That one's done. There's one with a splotch on it. Well, I got a lot to do anyway. There's always something to do. So as long as I'm doing it, I'll do it with you guys. There's nice RPM on those fellas. There are. And you can find them every now and again. They jump right out. You got to keep an eye on things. Not too bad. Glad it's over. Consignment sales are not as fun as our normal options. What do you get? I charge 10% on consignments. Plus, you know, whatever fees. And you figure below $25, it's really not worth the trouble and effort. But we've done some consignments before. I'm sure there's some that are coming in now as we speak. Hopefully it'll be here in the mail. We'll find out when the mail gets here. I think the mailman's on vacation, man. Shit all over these. Oh, stuff all over these. Yeah, I'm working on my Tourette's. I've been taking pills and giving myself shock treatment. This sale was making me nervous. Good morning, Blockhead. Yeah. No. That's pretty weak in the rim there. Sometimes they sit in these rolls for a long time and they get shifted around and they take bumps and thumps and bruises and you get these little chips on the edges. Uh, Usually when I'm on the back table, which is unusable, I put down a cloth, a nice dark one, and when I'm done, you know, going through a few rolls, I get these little bits of copper all over the place. I try to keep them and make a spoon or something. It'll be fun. He gives us the price he wants. Anything over, we keep. Usually just trying to recoup cost. Well, that ain't too bad. That ain't too bad at all. You know, start at that price. Anything else, gravy. Yep. Yeah, there's plenty of opportunity in this sort of thing. It's building that customer base that's really the trick, isn't it? And well, we got the coin seminar weekend is coming up. Hey, Robert. Good morning. How are you? Have you got your package yet? Well, let's see. I'm sure of it. I haven't actually checked the tracking. There's another thing I got to do. Well, the seminar weekend works pretty good. You show people new things. You know, introduce new collectors to the hobby is the whole idea to it. And we've got to promote it more than we have been. Not saying anything here. Yes, I got it. Outstanding. We'll get some die wear on this one. Okay, I saw some extra on that. I want to look closer at that one. Closer. No, it's just a little die wear. Love the lambs. Oh, they were in there. We went through. We opened those wheats live, and we went through a bunch, and those were in there. So we just stick them in a holder for you. There could be more. You never know. We only looked at about a roll. It doesn't take too long, so it's not really a problem. It's a lot of fun. There's been some good stuff in those packages. There's been some darn good stuff. You think they've been checked over for dates? Well, sometimes one will sneak in here and there. What's going on below that 6? Connecting the 6 to the 9. Oop. No, cruddy on it. So I want to look at what's below the 6. Okay, loop time. There's one. A little extra raised metal right beside with my stick here. Right in below the 6. I got this little bit of extra. Well, that's about the right curve for a misplaced mint mark. Right, probably too far up, but I got something else up here that needs attention. But I think that's a contact mark. Okay, that one gets stuck out. We'll look at that. What the hell's the flips? Oh, I'll use a baggie. I could use more baggies. You getting loopy? A piece of paper. I'm not ready. I shift everything on this desk 5 times a day. Okay. RPM and a question mark. There. We'll look at that again. I go through stuff. Like the circulating coins, you know, the bank boxes. I need a place for this. There you go. And I pick stuff up, but I just throw it into a. There was a little bit of clash under the throat, but I just pick stuff out sometimes and just throw them in a cup or a bag and just get back to them later. But I never get back to them later, so I got bags of stuff over here. God only knows what's in there. Let's go back to flat here. You know, sometimes you find stuff, and usually you don't, right? People go through these rolls, and you go through the pictures, right? The listings over in Wexler's or Copper Coins, or just wherever the listings are, and as one after another after another. 37 double dies, 42 RPMs, and it gives you the impression that they're everywhere. Well, in '64 they made what, 1.5 billion pennies or some darn thing. So geez, they got 2, 3, 4,000 dies used, which is why you got so many darn varieties. But they're not that common. You can go through rolls and rolls and rolls and find nothing for the longest time. So it's all about persistence. And being a little bit nuts helps. Because what normal person would do this? Really, what are we doing? I think that's just a whisker or something. Yep. Not mine. Like a baby face here. See anything at all? I don't see a darndest thing. Now, Liberty, look above and below, especially that L. Look at the top of that L right up here. Right? On the 60s, pay close attention to the tops and bottoms, especially the L, some of these other letters here. That's going to be a common spot for die varieties in the 60s. Well, you got the same guy making them. Got the same equipment. Auction tonight, yep. We'll get going about 8 o'clock. Find some stuff to offer. I was going to get a few more things lined up here. I found 2 Whams in one box. Wham! Awesome. I've got another one around here somewhere. I just found it. It was a... I wonder where that went. What's this? There it is. Here's a Wham. What's it? It's a 98. Step aside, 64. Okay, here's a 98. I don't know where I got this, but I think I paid $1. Well, if I see them for $1, yeah, I'm going to buy that. You kidding? Hell yeah. There it is. And a Wham, what Paul is talking about, I think everybody here probably knows about these, but there could be other people watching. On 98, 99, and 2000, you're looking for a close AM. That would be the normal situation. And what if I have a 98? Well, what's a 64 look like? What's a 64? Okay. Well, it was closer later on. This is 64. Okay. But if you have a space there, the wide AM, this is actually this design was used on the proof coins. So they shifted some of the proof dies over to the circulation run. And that doesn't mean the die was polished. They treat those dies special. And of course the planchets are treated special to produce the proof coins. But if the reverse die was a proof, it will have this space. Other markers, you're looking at the shape and location of the F and G. Right? You're looking at the space between the A. Should be even between the 2 T's. And there it is. We keep an eye out for them. They're good for a few bucks. And this one's not the best. Of course, you got a little blemish here on his face. You got a few spots. But it's in pretty good shape. And they're being found, but not that fast, A few here and there. You go through 10, 15, 20 boxes, you might not find one. And then again, you might go through one box and find a couple of them. Wham, bam, thank you, Uncle Sam. There it is. Now, really, you see those albums, right? They got the, where the hell are they? Oop, let me just throw this off to the side. You got these things, right? Oh, let's see if we got a 55. No, oh, good. These Whitman folders. This is book 2, so it doesn't count. Right, but you've seen them. They have a space for the 1955 double die. They'll have a space for the 1972 double die. This one does not. They change them every now and then. if you had a space in here for the 98, 99, and 2000 wide AMs, the things would be worth 50 bucks. Well, maybe 20 bucks. They would go up in value just because they'd be promoted well. But they're not promoting much else. I've seen these with the 1955 double die slot. You see them with the 1970S large and small date slots. You see them with the 1982, and they got all 7 slots in there. Well, if you gave WAMs the attention they deserve, because it's a whole family of die varieties. All right, the 88s and 89s, they have that same reverse. Right, then you get the 92 and 92D with a close AM. That's some crud on there. Yeah, these are just this is a second-rate roll. Not even that. This is a waste of a roll here. Yeah. We'll do something with some of them, but most of these are going to be goners. What do you got here? Tudu. Mine were dogs, but I'm keeping them. Keep them. They are hard to find. You go through, geez, what? 10 boxes, 25,000 coins, and you might get one. They're not that common, and they get plenty of attention. What's going on here? Do you see it? Do you see it? Right up here, coming in an angle. Down here, we get a little bit, maybe in the 4th bay. Do we have any on this side? Not so much on that side. And a little bit up here. This may be a. No, that's a bit of damage. Let's look for a head. You look for like a circular thing here. This is that's a little clash. Do you keep it? Yeah, why not? It's a penny. Let's look at that real close. Under the light. Yeah, that's a clash. Nothing else, just a clash in the 3rd bay. Okay, the clash, that's when 2 dies come together, but there's no coin in between, and the 1 die leaves its mark on the other. And you get this effect. So it's a little bit of raised metal, and just going to be the outline of the design on the other side of the coin. But where you see it, check the other side as well. Check both sides, and you're going to find it on this side, right in the chin. And that's the slightest bit of a clash mark right there. Sometimes you'll find bits of the memorial, the base sticking out. When you got just a little bit here, look on the other side and you'll find a little bump right around here. If it's strong enough, you'll find these rectangles. They'll be vertical, looks like jail bars. And you'll find a little notch right here, which is the bottom steps of the memorial. That's not enough to really give me much concern. Got some doo-doo on it, but I'm going to keep that. We'll put that in my Picks cup. About a flying eagle cent with a cud in the middle of the coin. Okay, is that a cud? Because, okay, where's my cup? I got a knife here? Yep. Let me grab a cup. I got a bunch of them. Okay, there are terms that are used lots and lots, and it doesn't mean they're accurately used. Let's pick this up. Okay, let's say that's your die. What is this? There's some. Oh, it was large. Okay. All right. You got this extra metal in the middle of your coin, right? It's from the die being broken or chipped or cracked. Okay. If this is a die. That'd be a die chip. Right, extra metal gets in it gets in a little chip where it chips off of the die. Extra metal gets in, that's a chip. All right, something like this, either on the edge. So we can widen that. Usually I do this with Play-Doh. There we go, good enough. you know, where it starts at the edge, that'd be a die crack, where the die is cracking. Now, if it goes from rim to rim, right, something like this, where that piece of the die is actually separating. It's actually breaking apart and separating. That would be a retained cud, right? Because the extra metal gets in that crack as it widens and widens and widens. That'd be a retained cud. That's a cud. That piece that breaks off is the cud. You see that? That's the cud. Right there. This in my right hand. That's the die. This is the cud. That's where the whole side of the die breaks off. Gone. This is why a cud is always on the rim, because it's the side of the die breaking off. It must be at the rim. There's nothing here. There's no metal here. Right? So when you squeeze the Play-Doh in, I'm not going to get the Play-Doh out because I don't want to get my hands crunchy right now. You could have this extra blob of metal because there's no metal to jam it between the dies. Don't cut yourself. Oh, I do it all the time. Don't worry about a thing. That's what the cut is. So a cut in the middle, there's no such thing. It would be a die crack, a die chip. If it's over 4 millimeters in area, it'd be a, an internal die break. Bigger. That's what that is. But there's no such thing as an interior cud. You can have them retained where the piece hasn't broken off yet. You can have the whole darn thing. And sometimes these will keep on going, It'll just break off. It prints off another 50 coins and another piece breaks off. And you have a bigger cud. Right? You can have a cud with with a retained cud because there's another piece trying to break off. Let's see if I got one here. You are so lucky. I can't sell this. I got to keep it. It's just too darn handy for instructional purposes. Here's a 3-center, right? If we go around a little bit, we're going to find a die crack. I'm sure of it. Okay, there's a little bit of a, no, that's a ribbon. Here's a die crack. See that? Where it starts at the rim and goes into the design. Here's another die crack over here. Now, if these two die cracks connected, that would be a retained cud. See the way that works? If there was a chip in the middle of the die, it would leave a blob, say, over here. We've had those before, right? Now, a cud is where it breaks off, and there is no piece of the die to make that impression on the coin, right? You got the other side of the coin, the other die is pushing the metal in, and it's got nothing to stop us, so it just forms this blob. That's a cud right there. And then if you have another piece right beside it starting to break off, you'd have, look at this, a retained cud right beside it. That's what's going on here. Oh, this is a good learning tool. Now, if you got a cud, right, a lot of times on the other side of the coin, on the normal side of the coin, the designs are a little bit weaker, which you find here. There you go. The dentals are a little weaker. The tops of letters are a little weaker because there's no metal die on the other side of the coin to squeeze it in. Hi, Cindy. I got your note. Cindy said, what? No Insomniac Theater? I said, I got this. Cut on the rimmer. Don't cut yourself, he's alive. Yeah, I just took yesterday off mostly. Does it stand for coin undermined die? No, it's cud. It's like grizzle, right? Kind of like specific terms for the industry. Cud. That's a cud. It's what a cow chews. Thanks for the education. That's what's going on. It's the die is broken. And, well, there you go. You keep making the coin with that die, and this is what happens. Now, if there's a die crack on one side, that usually doesn't show up on the other because the die is pretty much intact. But when you have, a piece of the die missing, you don't have that opposing metal to, force it into here. That's what's going on. And not an abbreviation that I'm aware of. It's like a shim. You want your you got a plate, right? You gotta bolt it down, but you gotta put a piece of extra metal under there to make it level. That'd be a shim. That doesn't mean it stands for something he imagined manly. It's just a little, like a Chad, the hanging Chad. Remember that one? It's aglet. It's that little hard piece of plastic on the end of your shoelace. Yeah, it's an industry-specific term. It's not necessarily an abbreviation. It's like tip. You got all these people, oh, that stands for something. It's to ensure proper service or something. No, it's just a tip. All right. Well, there it is. It's a wives' tale. Think no deeper into it. Okay. Yeah, but as you get further in, you start talking with people and you're trying to explain what you have. It helps to know and understand the proper terminology. Because if you understand it right, there's a big gash. See, this is gash, which is also not an acronym for anything. There you go. But that terminology becomes more important as you talk about things. A lot of times you see variety and error being used interchangeably. No, they are distinct and different. Right? Is this a variety on my coin or is it an error on my coin? Can you have the same error? Kinda. It won't be identical on the coin, but I can have a lamination on my coin and you can have a lamination on your coin. Same date, same mint mark, same issue going on, same type of problem. But it's not necessarily the same die. You can attribute a die variety to a die. An error, that's something went wrong while you're making it. Good morning, JC Will. I just always wondered, because there's so many abbreviations. Yeah. I was working on one this morning. Do I use KP or PV for an abbreviation? Well, I've been doing PV for a long time. Erroriety. That's what it is. Morning, Robert. Good. Robert's wife just got back a week ago, and he's just now starting to communicate again. Yep. Manny must have missed her. Well, good to have her back and safe. Robert, I got your package, but I haven't opened it. Well, open it live. I got a roll of 64s here. It's kind of grungy. Got some that are just frigged up. This looks to be a little clash right here. Let's look at the other side, see if we have one. No, don't see one there. That looks good. Don't see one up here. This is a little bit of what the hell. Yeah, I'm gonna practice second honeymoon. Yeah, I'm practicing my Tourette's. Let's see what we see here. There's a little clash. You can see it, bay 3. Right in there, top and bottom. And in here would be, oh, let's see, what's that? That'd be the back of Abe's neck. And you look up there for the continuation of the vest. Same thing over in this area. And you look for the, let's see, his neck would be right in here somewhere. Floor got his package today. Good. Okay, I'm not feeling the love on that one really. That doesn't say save me. Clashes are fairly common. Now, is that an error or is that a variety? It was an error that resulted in a variety. This is the one that's, it's kind of like in both camps. Is it an error? Is it a variety? It's duplicated and can be attributed to a die. So I say it qualifies as a variety. But then you have the camp that says, no, it's not a die variety. It's an error. They smashed during production. It's okay. You can get away with calling that one an error or a variety, and I'm okay either way. You can call it a cent or a penny. Again, I'm okay. This one looks pretty good. Nah, I got some blemishes on here. We should talk about that too. Now, I know a guy, he goes through these rolls, and he just, hunts for the top. I mean, 66, 67, and he finds them on occasion. And when he does, dude, he gets, you know, 200, 300, 400 bucks for him. You ever go through a roll of pennies and pick out the best one? You're looking for no blemishes. Here, this disqualifies it. That's a contact mark, and I'd say it's from a quarter or something. I get a little bump right here on his chest. What's this? There's a couple of contact marks. Nope, not good enough. It's nice. It's shiny. Geez, it looks great, but you're not going to get top grade with contact marks like that. Let's go back to the scope. Look at the other side. Oh, as long as it's a good package. Oh, this come in, it was crushed. To coin a phrase, Ken, I hope you wake in a sunny state and have pennies fall from heaven. Here we go. Well, my schedule is all over the place. Sometimes I sleep at night and I got like a 29-hour day, you know, and a 7-hour night, and it just screws things up. And sometimes I got a 22-hour day and a, you know, 14-hour night. I just sleep until I'm done sleeping. I don't see anything on this that gives me pause. But here you go. You got a pretty sizable contact mark here. The steps are kind of rubbed. All right. Well, you could put Lincoln's head on top of that coin in a roll. Let's see, which way is that going to line up? Yeah, it's going to line up this way. His chin here is going to rub right here on that coin. So it's hard to get these things in top grade. If they've been in rolls, yeah, you're going to get rubbing. This is from his vest probably here. This is a bit of a weak strike over here. And all these are going to keep that coin from being, you know, that MS70 that you want. Nope, that one don't qualify. But geez, they're pretty cheap. How many coins would you have to go through to find that one superior grade? Maybe wispier, he says. I was taught to never kiss and tell. Don't kiss your coins either. You can lick them, but if you're going to kiss them, dude, you're kissing everybody else who ever kissed that coin. That's the truth. Okay, right here, you see the little dings? That's going to keep it out of top grade. And this, dude, forget it. You're not going to get, you'd be hard-pressed to get 64 red with that. What's this? What is that? Oh, it's a hair. Get that out of here. I'm going to blow my nose real quick. Oh, here, I'll put my hat over it. Oops. There. Now I can blow my nose. Never kiss and tell. So there's 25,000 Lincoln cents in the last 5 weeks, says Robert. You're talking 10 boxes or what? A lot of pennies. Dude, it's a pile of them. How many coins did you pick out of that 25,000? It takes, geez, a month and change. 5 bags of coins. Yep. Were they BU or used? Because BU and 25,000, you can probably find a few here and there that won't have much for marks and might get, you know, those upper grades, 65, 66, 67. 65s are hard enough. Something like this takes it right out of contention. I mean, it's a good looking penny, but that's not going to get 65. Here we go. Take a look at here. Anything? It doesn't take a whole lot to knock it down. You got the little abrasions here, and bumps and nicks, and here's something in the middle of the, what do you call it, the columns here. You check out the letters. Here's one on the T. You start looking at the rim. It just doesn't cut it. I mean, if you can get a couple $100 for a top grade coin, right? How many would you have to go through to find that one? And is it worth it? It can be. I know a guy who does it all the time. That's his thing. So red brown but clean, or brown but clean, can make it over a 64. Copper is interesting because you got this tonal designation, right? You got red, brown. Okay. you start getting some blemishes and spots. I mean, this isn't damage to the coin. It's just, you know, freaking something crapped on it. You got these spots. This is actually, it looks like just a splash of something, and it's discolored the surface here. But this is full red. There's no question. This is full red. Ta-da! Real pretty. Okay, some of these are real pretty. All right. Now, over time, this stuff's going to take on some toning. That's not a good example. Well, anyway, what's over here? There. And they'll turn brown, much like that Canadian over there. That one up in the top left has been cleaned. That's ruined. That's neither red nor brown, nor red-brown. It's clean. That's junk. I'll keep it around for a... Oh, what's this? I'll have to look at that. So we've got a red-brown. And red-brown is kind of in the middle. You're going to be 95% red to get the red label. You're going to be at least 5% red to get red-brown. And really, in my experience, you need to have more than that. Woodies tend to get red-brown and never red because of the grain qualities. Okay. Clean is okay, but it comes down to also the wear. Right? You got to be AU, or you got to be you got to have no wear to make uncirculated. And a little bit of wear, you're AU, just not good enough. But what you're looking for once you get into the uncirculated, looking for such things as you know, how many contact marks. If it's got contact marks all over the thing, it's got these little blemishes. Like, I think that's actually paper. Yeah, that moves. Yeah, something got on there. This is going to take it down. It's going to keep it from getting, you know, a super grade. These little contact marks you got here on the stairs, for example. This one's pretty minor. You're not going to see that. You got some diagonals. These are polishing marks. Those don't count. The contact marks do. The debris. You like to see them without. I wonder if this will move. No, that's actual spots right there. And that'll keep it from getting, you know, the higher ends. Roll probably got wet. It could be. It doesn't have to get wet. Just being humid will do it. If it's in a, you know, kept in a roll, that humidity stays in the roll. This is some, what's going on here? Some discolor. Oh, what the hell we got here? All right. You got some crud. It's like wax. Get another stick. Well, that's not going to help any if it's got debris on it. Well, conservation can get that debris off. Right? Maybe you can clean it with acetone, but a lot of times your acetone is just going to lift it up from here and dry in seconds and just redeposit it across the whole darn thing. I don't think that's grease from a dye. I think it feels like a crayon or candle wax. It's got just a little bit of a resistance when I push. And it comes off pretty easy. I don't know what it is. I'm not going to test it. It could be a booger. Or as they say in French, a bouger. What's this one? There you go. This looks pretty good. I've got something here. Okay, that's a piece of nothing. I think that's a fingerprint, and it's probably mine. And you get the right light on it. I got some lines here, which looks to be polishing marks. There's a little nick in his temple there. And some other doo-doo spots. How's that looking tilted? Yeah, still spotty. The grease mixes with fine metal. I can see that happening. It'll give it a more waxy consistency. There you go. Big contact right here. Smaller one across there. You get these blemishes, and it doesn't help you out. Ideally, you want one with no blemishes. There you go. You tilt that camera, you can see them more. Contact marks just being dropped into the hopper, and a couple more pennies being dropped on top and bouncing around can easily take these things down to MS63 before they even, you know, left a mint. Stick them in bags, they get tousled around. Geez, MS63 starts getting hard to find. That's why some years it's hard to get the top grades. Those top grades, also you want a solid strike. 81 is a notorious year for not having these solid strikes. They're just fuzzy. A lot of times you get weak necks. Just not good enough. There you go. They wear them out. What's going on with the steps? Some years you get these great steps. Okay, is that a design or is it a worn die? You've seen them in the 20s, right? With the wheat stalks are just, they're gone. Coin's in great shape. I'm going to keep that one there. You get into these higher grades, then you want to see the coin is properly centered. What is this doo-doo? Yeah, something there. I think it's a paper that is decomposed or something. Anything going on here? Looks right. But getting that coin with, you know, spotless fields, smooth, clear, crisp, a good sharp strike, properly centered, no contact marks, not spotty, not blemished, nothing, you know, nothing for toning. Those are few and far between. Yep, doo-doo. Cindy called it. So getting the best set possible. Boy, that gets really tough once you start getting, you know, you got a nice set already. They're really red and shiny. Getting better ones, you start getting into the particulars. Now, which coin is better? This one. Okay, this is not a good example. That was better, that one. Oh, that one's crud. Check it before I get rid of it. There you go. You see these little tiny things on, what's this? Hair. These things are lousy with fuzz. Okay, contact mark here, contact mark there. You can get down and actually count the contact marks. There's one. There's another one here. Goes along. All right, that one is not going to cut it. That'd probably be MS63 because there's not a whole lot of contact marks, but it's, you really got to get down to the few. And this, what you got here is what it's called chatter, right? Where the compression of the dies, it was pretty good, but fully filling that cavity, you got to have enough pressure and give it time to get in there too. And sometimes you get this, it's called chatter. And it's just not quite a complete strike. Okay, this one's a little better. You got, you know, not too many contact marks. Tilt that camera around, that light will show up the contact marks real good. One on his chin. Wow, which one is better now? A, this is A, or B? Okay, this is it a hair? Yeah, that's a hair. That doesn't count. I got a mark here. Is that mark worse than this mark? Which one's better? It's a judgment call. Long nose hair. You like A better? I think I like A better. There you go. Now, which one is better grade? Or which would these grade at? These probably grade at 64 to 65. Because there are few and very few contact marks. Let's see if we can get this on the camera. Yeah, this doesn't work on a good day. You should use those microscopes to show up the coin, and it picks up every last detail and explodes it. A little bit of discoloration, it's exacerbated. Okay, here's what we're looking at, and they're pretty good coins. We will never get this to focus, however. And these are probably 64. Very few contact marks. A few, one here, one there. At 63, they become more prevalent. 62, there's lots of them. You know, MS61, all kinds of things going on. They're spotted, they're nicked, they got, you know, these rub marks. At 60, it's uncirculated, but it's a dog. Really, MS-60? What a damn shame. It was going to be a good coin, but nobody took care of it for a long, long time. That's what happens when you don't store these things well. You know, you can have a great coin, but if you're not storing it well, it doesn't take long or much, poor handling to screw up that coin. Hey, what's going on to the 4 here? I must know. Thank God it's Friday. Oh, yeah, you guys don't have to work tomorrow, all you working people. I don't have to work tomorrow, but I might. Nothing. There's nothing there. Where did it go? I want to find it. Okay, it looks like a discoloration. Mint mark looks good. How about over here? Looks pretty good. Got some crud. All right, that one's gone. That one's crud. I have a question. I mod auctions for several people. One in particular, saying names, says certain coins are AU with a lot of chatter in the fields. I don't want to overstep, but should I speak? If you cannot operate the guy's auction, just say, man, I'm working that night. I've seen coins I don't agree with. Do you speak up? Well, if you do, you're not going to be a mod. That's for sure. Don't argue with the guy. If you cannot believe in the guy's product, just, dude, thanks for the fun, but it's been great. What's going on here? We got some clashes over here. Pretty strong one here. See that? Day 4. That's his that's his vest. That's his head. And that's the back of his neck. And we have a little bit over here, but it's not quite distinguishable. Let's see if we got some extra marks. But it's probably best not to argue with the guy live during a show. Talk with him. Take it out back. Go behind the curtain. Send email. There's every level of experience out there right now. We've got some new up and coming people that are doing their darndest. But look, everybody's going to make mistakes, right? Nobody's perfect. If you go public and publicly say during their auction, hey man, no, this is not AU, this is XF. It's pressing line. I do, however, point out varieties. Hey, if it adds value, go for it. But we're trying to work together, and calling somebody out in the middle of a live auction isn't really, I would call, right. It looks bad. Do it behind the scenes. Oh my God. Where's a spoon? I got to get that out of my coffee. All right. Was it a ball of lint or was it a spider? Yeah. Up. I have one question I'm on. Okay. A lot of chatter in the fields. I don't want to overstep. And try not to overstep. But if you can't do it, repeatedly, this fella's putting something up and you don't agree with it. Hey man, just you can make me an unmod, or stop helping them. I mean, there's some channels you can have good faith in. Robert, he's around here somewhere. I put a lot of faith in what he's offering because he's done it so darn long. It's second nature to him, and his level of accuracy, it's high. He's telling you, you can probably have good confidence in what he's offering and what he's saying. I hope that people have confidence in what I'm saying, which is part of why I'd like to do this, show the coins off, because, hey, he seems to know what the hell he's talking about. I probably should do my hair better. Did I see Hoogie? Yeah, he is. Hoogie's in the house. Good morning, baby. I'm going to roll a 64 Ds here. We're just going through them. They're kind of not that great. We find some little things, mostly clash marks, polishing marks. We're talking about coins. Thank you, Ken. I feel the same about you. Yeah, me and Robert, we're going on a cruise together. There's crud all over these coins. Now this one's pretty good shape. You don't see much for contact marks. There you go. High points, shoulder. Very, very few. All right? Very few contact marks. Face looks real good. Got a little one on his forehead there. I think his eye needs a little bit. Just a moment. Where you taking me? Love Canal, baby. I want to look at this mark right here in front of the eye. Let's see if we can get a shadow on that. This coin generally is quite good. These fine lines, these are polishing marks. We got some discoloration, these little black specks. This area here seems to be a little bluish. There you go. You see the color on there. That won't get 66 with that color variance. That's some heavy color difference. And then it's got this crud. What is this crud? Is that the papery, waxy? Yeah, that's that lightweight stuff. And that seems to be what's under it. Seems to be discoloring. But the general shape of this is pretty darn decent. But I want to look at his eye. Let's see what we can see. I think we might have something here. I don't know. Let's see if I can point it from a couple of directions. Let's see if I can get my stick in there. Right in front of that point, and let's turn it 90 degrees. Well, there, it's a better shot there. Right in front of that point. Now, if that were a doubled eyelid, that's a good spot for it, but that's the wrong slope for that extra eyelid. So what do we got going on here? Okay, there's the eye. No, it's going this direction. There's the slope of the eyelid. So I'd expect a doubled eyelid to also be in that direction, but the thing I see is sloped that way. What do we got? I turn the coin, and I can't see it in some directions. It's not raised in some directions that I look at it. In other directions, it's kind of prominent. What's going on? But boy, sometimes I look at it and it's sharp and clear, and other times it's gone. Well, if something's there, it should be visible from all directions. So I'm going to guess it's a light playing with me, and either some sort of discoloration or a slight dye gouge there in front of his eye. But if I don't see anything else on this coin that draws my interest, I'm going to just go with the idea it's a little, gouge on the die and move on. Sounds like Ken's paying for the trip. Now, we're going to take our coins. What do you got at the bottom of that memorial? I'm going to put my finger right across it. Oh, crud. There's crud all over these coins. All right, because of the level of crud on these coins, I'm going to say that bit that I think I might see in front of the eye, I'm just going to, there's too much here saying no. I've got no supporting evidence that there's something in front of that eye. Well, it's a good looking coin otherwise, except for discoloration. Here's your general shape. If I can get it to sit still. Okay, that's pretty. The condition's good, but I got so much discoloration, it's not doing any favors. And going to the bigger picture, I got a mark here, a little one down here on the bottom. We had one on his forehead there. Where are you? Right up here. Not a big one. This would be probably 64. I mean, it's great shape. There's a mark right there, but the marks are a few are very light. Robert says 63. Once you see the back, you say, "Ooh, gosh, what is going on here?" This is goner. Now it's a contaminated coin. No, I'd say that's not gradable. And here we got, is that a hair? That's my finger. Now it's got a fingerprint. All right, there's a mark right there. That's not doing any favors. I give it 64, and Robert would probably be right with his 63. Comes down to consensus. We'll get some more gibberish up in here. I know what's going on. Yeah, now it's a 63 after rubbing it. If you find somebody who consistently comes up with 64, 65, 66, and they're not going through 100,000 coins, you might want to take that one with a grain of salt. This one's real pretty. Right in front of his face, we got a spot. Let me touch that. That's a dot. Right here. Oh, okay, you tilt it and these show up. Pretty good shape. Let's see what the back looks like. At MS65, you're looking for a coin with no issues that you can pick up with a bare eye. Of course, as I get older, my coins apparently are getting better and better. Okay, this will knock it down just a touch. That'll keep it out of the 65 land. This will keep it out. That'll keep it out. This one right there will keep it out. I could probably get 64 out of there, but I got some darkness up in here. I got a little bit of discoloration in here. I bet you if I touch that, it's that same crud we've been getting. Yeah. There we go. But you can put together a pretty good looking set. No, that's too big. That butchers it. $63, thereabouts. I mean, it's real nice, but it's got some, some blemishes. 64, no blemishes. 65 is no blemish. The 64 is, one here and there. 63, you start getting more. At 62, the thing is starting to look like crap. That's real pretty, though. All right, keep going. The smallest thing takes away an entire grade. It can, especially when you get into the higher grades. What's the difference between 69 and 70? You got to hunt for it. Some of these discolorations that you see here, where it's like a brighter copper, like a brighter pink, that can keep it out of the 66 or 67 range. Real quick and easy. And that, done. That's crud. I always wondered when grading a coin, does exact specific weight attribute to grade? Geez, I haven't considered that. I bet you at 70, they want to see a coin that's well within tolerances. On a Lincoln, you got what, 0.13 on the coppers and 0.1 grams on the zinkins. I mean, you got a lot of play in there. You know, 1/25 within 4%. What do you got here? What do you got here? Not a big raised area here. It looks like. This was once a clash. Yeah. This was once a clash, and this would be the bottom of the memorial right through his head here. But it was ground, and I'd say they got a little overzealous with the grinding, and probably took off a little of the field metal, which on the coin would then be, give it a little platform. Yeah, you see all these little fine polishing marks. This has been well ground. Lucky to have any. Lucky there's even Lincoln left on this one. Let's look at the back and see why they're grinding it. See, big fat clash right in here, and you got plenty of marks, plenty of polishing marks. And this is more rounded here for sure. That's a clash. All right. You polish the die too much, you leave a groove, just a little sag in the die. It's going to be raised metal on this side. That's what you got going on here. Lots of polishing marks. City gets a gold star. Heavily polished. And slippery. I need to get another rig to hold these. There's some doo-doo going on over here. What's this? Bigger contacts. Check United States right at the edges. If this was the big double die in the 64D, you'd be able to see that here. We'll get a few left here. Exact specific with no tolerances. How exact? How many decimal points you're going to go out? I mean, you weigh it to enough decimal points, it's going to be off. Then you get into significant digits. If you want to go that way. Yeah. There. This is MS60. 60, 61, where it's just now kind of messed up. Well, the big deal we were hoping for just fell through, so last night's sale was only half of what we were hoping for. Sorry to hear it, man. Well, you get them, sometimes they don't pay. Well, no problem. Just put the stuff up for sale again. What's going on in Liberty? Probably a spot. That's a spot. Yeah, well. Yeah. I've got coins I sold 4 times. Do what you can. Keep on going. It's kind of brown. I think this is probably an ender. The ends tend to tone up more than the coins in the middle because they got more exposure to whatever environment they're in. If you got a paper roller, paper wrapper, it can help keep the air out real good, to the extent that the coins don't warm up or cool off quite as fast. And that all by itself can alter the way the coin tones. Nothing on that one. Well, this turned into pretty much a dud roll, but we knew that when we looked at this. Yeah. I'm not even going to look anymore. You got doodle like that. I bought one you sold that was unpaid. It's buried under my desk. I got more stuff buried under my desk, man. Well, we do what we can. I find, in my experience, one of the hardest things in the world is getting people to do what they say. Gosh, if only people would do what they say we would do. Well, this is what people want to do, and then life gets in the way all the time. Dude, the tire goes flat, the washing machine breaks down, the babysitter gets the flu. You miss a day's of work, and geez, that's, 25% of your paycheck or something. Too many people living paycheck to paycheck doesn't help. One thing about the coins, if you get a lot of pennies to go through, dude, it's a savings plan all by itself. Half the people in this country don't have $500 in their checking account, or don't have a checking account. $500? Okay, to some people that's a lot of money. To some people that's like, dude, it's $500. Put it where it belongs. Oh gosh, how do you get from nowhere to somewhere? How do you get from having nothing to having something? That is a challenge. There's people that can't go through penny rolls because they ain't got, $5 to buy some penny rolls with. Look, it's hard out there. I've been there. I've eaten nothing plenty of times, didn't much like it, and decided I'd rather get, a little bit of extra food in the house rather than get, something from my hair. And you make a decision to, you're not playing that game anymore. I'm going to save some money one way, by hook or by crook. If I have to, collect cans and bottles out of the trash so I can take them back and put together a couple of dollars. Pick up a part-time job, rake leaves, mow lawns, whatever it takes. And put $500 aside. Get some food in the house. Make sure the car's running. And yeah, it's a bear if you don't have skills. Well, that's the neat thing about the coins, because this is a marketable skill. Believe it or not. This is the only hobby to spend money and have money. Like, you can buy fishing poles. You got something. You got fish, right? I got sisters that make quilts. Well, they're one of them pretty darn serious about it. That's not a hobby. She gets national awards. What is that dark spot or bit right there on the left of Lincoln? That's what's got my attention on this one. It looks raised. Are there class 8s in 64? Let's see if we can get that. And it's not easy getting ahead, right? I mean, there's 1,000 things you got to have. Pots, pans, dishes, blankets, shoes for the kids. If you got kids, that's the toughest thing right there. Credit cards, interest, taxes, register the cards, oil changes. There's no end to it. How do you get ahead in this world? This looks like extra metal right there. So I'm going to save this one out and mark it. Where's the baggies? But anything you want to do costs money. You want to go to the park? Okay, great. We got to take the gas. You're going to stop for a hamburger. What? What do? You give up all that stuff? I like to go out to eat once a week. That's a 1964 D leftist statue. Well, look, I've been there. I've been, the place where you can't afford to stop for lunch or stop for dinner or something. So you take dinner. Well, you can't afford to take really good dinner, so you got, like, peanut butter and jelly. Been there, man. Boy, does it suck. I hate peanut butter and jelly. It was his beer. That's right. And this is the last one of this batch. After this, I'm going to take a few moments. You check out the reading room. There's some discoloration on his head. Well, we got a couple of keepers. One was a Clash we kept. There's something going on the left of that over here. The Kendo album. I have a Dansko album book, one full, Now I have to get 7 different 82 cents. Can't do it. I can't do it right now. I've got, I think, 3 out of the 7. Cannot do it. Okay, it's just a bump or something. Okay, break time. Come back in 5 minutes. Yeah, I'll be back. Okay. There. Okay. Well, I don't like any of those 64s. I get much better ones. I'm just going to take these and send them packing. There. Now go back to the bank. Oops. There. And that'll be the end of those. All right. What were we talking about? Chuckle wants an arm and leg and then some. Yeah. But he's got them. Guaranteed. They're out there. Well, I've gone through most of my rolls, picked out the best ones I had and set those up in groups, and it just takes forever. But there's some dates I don't have now, and I got to get some refills. I got a list. I was going to get a hold of Robert with that list, and I don't know where the hell that went. I've got this pile of notes over here. Amy Girl's here. How are you? You see my wham? Ta-da. Save that up. Yeah. Next thing I was going to do is just start going through these boxes. Because I've got 37 boxes on this back table, and I don't know what the hell's in them. What do you got here? 1974D. Ooh, large date. You know about this one, right? We got large and small on 74 PD and S. There it is. I kind of discovered. What's this? Tone. There's some stuff here. I don't know what it is. What are these? I don't know. Let's look at it. There's an 11S somewhere I wanted to get out for tonight. What? Why is this in here? 1957. Well, that's why. It's a buy. Yeah. Flip. I still need to identify that, which one it is. That's okay. There's a couple more around here. You see those buys? I see them for $1. I grab them. Right? Just give me. I see them for $3. Maybe, but they better be screaming hot. Here's my little can. 1957 BIE. Yep. Now that's a die chip. BIE. There we go. That's a die chip. That's all that is. Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Right there. That's a die chip in the middle of the die. A lot of people say, oh, it's got a cud. No, not a cud. Ken Potter's got a great article on those. That's a die chip. Now that number one, that's a millimeter high. So if you're 1x4, or about the area that go from the 1 to the far side of the 5 and fill that whole rectangle, that would be an internal die break. Right? If it's on the edge, then it's a cud. And we, go back up, what, an hour and a half where we talked about that. Okay, that's a 57 by. I keep those. All right, then there's another one in here. I don't know what this is. A cut is always on the rim. You people, I'm so happy with you folks. You've learned so much on all these channels. $1951. Why is it in here? Eye looks good. Okay, you got that. It's little horns. So that's nothing. What's that? Let's look at it. Yep, that's a die chip. Just a little tiny one. That's extra metal. It's actually raised up above the E. That's a little die chip. So yeah, it's a buy, but it's not the full sausage. That other one was the full sausage. Okay, we'll keep that. I'd label it my WTF penny. What the Pfennig? 1951 buy. That's just a little buy. I write those with lowercase letters. Cindy, I'm impressed with what you've learned in such a short time. Dude, if you really get into it, there is an ample amount of information out there. There's blogs, there's websites, there's dedicated websites to particular die varieties, to particular series. There's books, of course. There's an assload of videos. There's a bunch of... I gotta stop swearing so much. I made a promise. And you can learn it. Dude, if you got the time, that's what it comes down to, is how much time and effort and energy are you putting in to learning it. What's this? That's probably an ender. Let's see if we can see that. That's going to be impossible to see. And you can, depending on how much work you put in and how well you learn and assimilate, and if it makes sense to you, you can become quite knowledgeable. In 6 months. Same effort for a year and you're a little slower? Okay. What is it? If you read a different book every week, in 7 years you'll be one of the world's leading experts in the field. True story. Give me something here. I got all these things, but I can't hold them up. There. I'll put that there. That's just a toner, that one. Well, chances are this was on the end of a roll. Because one side, nice and shiny red, and the other side, rainbows. A whole lot darker. Yeah, so I got that listed as a toner. Yeah, I keep them, but I don't do anything with them. They just pile up. Common sense comes into play. Absolutely. I mean, I know some people, they hunt and hunt and hunt, and they swear they found, 67 double die 69S's, and not one of them is right. No, these are just a bunch of wheats. I'm going to put these together in some batches. Okay, what do you got there? 1954. 1958. D. Oop. My box is falling apart. What's this? 1903. Oh, look. I got an Indian. All right, maybe I'll put some Indians together. Oh, there's one of those shiners. 1943. 1943D. 1955, light obverse clash. All right. Choice BU 55D with spots. Yeah. Here's another one of those toners. 1954. Probably on the end of a roll. Oh, look, I'm an Indian. Don't get bit by a mosquito, you lose all your Indian blood. What do you got here? 1951. Real shiner. All right. 55D. Did we put one in there already? 54S. We got a 54S in that group already. 55D. Chip and scent. All right. What's that supposed to mean? Let's pull it. And I'm going to pick it up. That's where these come in so handy. I would love to see a picture of Amy. Oh, at Amy. Never mind. Once the kids are up to school, I'll snap some pictures. If it's backwards, Amy, odds are it's a vice job. Let me see if I can catch up with what Amy's got. Oh, the what the WTF penny. I found a penny in a box I got the other day. It's lettering above the lettering of In God We Trust. It's backwards. If it's backwards, that's a key indicator that it's not a mint produced issue. But there's exceptions to that sort of thing. All right. Yeah, we look at it. What do you got here? Cent. Something under cent? C-E-N-T. Why is the... Oh, in the cent. All right. That's a die chip. Yeah, I keep this sort of thing. Any more? Let's look around it. Well, sure is shiny. These look pretty normal. And I get a big die chip in cent. That's on the letter and on the side. Okay. There it is. What's on the other side? $55D. Just a die chip. It's in pretty decent shape. All right, put it back. Come on. No, you suck at this. It was so much easier when I was younger. Oh, wow, that works great. I'll hold that one. Let me catch up here. I done lost my screen. More than 50%, I doubt it. I agree with Paula. Sounds like a vice job. Dying breed. Yeah. See, the dies, they make, when you press a die into a planchet, it makes letters that are, you know, on the coin that are right side up and readable. You'd have to get a coin that's backwards, you'd have to press it with a hub, and then it would be in Q's. It'd be the same as pressing it with another coin. It'll be backwards and in Q's. Who's having an auction tonight? Me. My turn. We got some good stuff. Ooh, we got those seeded halves I showed you earlier. And some other stuff. We got buffaloes. 55D, 55 obverse clash. How big a clash? See, these clashes, they don't draw a whole lot of premium unless they're just nuts. That's probably it right there. But oh, there we go. We got some letters. Okay, take a look. But it may be you could put several together. There we go. Let's see what we got for a clash. Okay, right below the chin. And we're going to tilt it, and we got some letters there right above the 1955 to the left of it. Okay, good. That's a better clash. Not a whole lot. I like it when you get the letters on the other side, too. Above his head. Anything? No. Well, it's a better clash, but it's kind of spotty. All these new terminologies. What you come up with this time? Buffled turds. Yep, that's a buffled tard. Is one who collects buffled turds. I'm not seeing any clashes on this side. Wait. Spoke too soon. Scent. What would that be? There we go. That's a little bit of vest coming here, but that's pretty light. I think that's actually a clash, a contact mark, but I'll get a little bit in around here, maybe. All right. Now, I'd like to see it really jump out. You can see right here at the end a lot of times. Well, the vest comes over here. And curl. All right. That's just an burst clash. Okay, here's a trick. Ready? All right. I want to get the coin in here, but I don't want to touch it. All right. So I'm going to put the coin right there. Take my slip of paper. I'm going to stick it. Oh, that's the wrong side. I want to put it over on that side. Yeah. I'm going to take a piece of paper, stick it partly in. All right. So there's my coin. There's my piece of paper. And I just lift and tap it in. And she's in. No fingerprints. That's desirable. Pusha Studios here. We're going through a bunch of pennies, getting some stuff ready for tonight, seeing what we got, because there's plenty of it. Oh, where'd that come from? There's a 42. All right, that might want attention. 42D. All right. Yeah. What a shame. What a shame. There's a beautiful 39D with a big fat fingerprint on it. Yeah. Well, it's there. 39S. Okay. That's where I'm at. I'm in the 30s. I bet you if I keep going back, I'll get further back in the 30s. Come on, flip. 39S. And we want to look at that S real hard because there's a few varieties on 39S that need attention. Pusha says, hi there, good to see you. We're bragging up your YouTube seminars the other night. Yeah, we're going to have another one on, what is it, 9th through the 12th. And we're kind of getting people lined up in place for that. Oh, there's something Amy's going to do a show about Canadian coins. That'll be a nice show. But we had such great results from it last time. We have to do it again. And we've been talking it up. We're starting to get the word out. We got 3 weeks to go, so let's really get into high gear and get going. And we'll have some new shows, we'll have some old shows, you know, new subjects. Got some orange peel over here in this coin. That's just a worn out die is what that is. Did you get my email about my 2 shows? I did. Let me load that up. I've started putting it on the video blog directory, or the coin video directory. Coin video blog and livestream directory. Let me open that up. Where's that lighter? Geez, it's 8 o'clock in the morning. Okay, here's the screen. There it is. And can we see it? Because I'm always pulling this apart and putting it back together. That's a coin video blog and Livestream Directory. Yep. And I need to shrink that up so we can see the bottom. That's probably it. There. And the bottom of the page, after it loads for a week, you're going to see the video channels. That's here. And then you get the live. It's still working. Give this time. It takes forever just to load this thing on this computer. I got all the lights are blinking. Okay, you get live stream show times, which I probably need to update. I haven't done it for a couple of months. And that takes time to load. Brian's back, by the way. There you go. Alternating weekly. This week it's me on Friday. You get the blog roll. That's pretty quiet. We need to do more here. Gosh, we could do so much more with this. Here's some shameless self-promotion. That's me. And then you get the coin seminar. All right. November 9th to 12th. And we got to start on Friday night. We got Reiser. Welcome to the seminar. And then Cheapskate. He's going to continue what he started on the last seminar. He's going with the lesser known coins part 2. And he's going to have a giveaway. And you got Saturday and Sunday. Okay, Saturday we got Cheapskate and Black Steel. And the big show on Sunday. Wow, it is wide open. Then we got a couple of channels. Let's see, we're going to have the final thing from Monday, which we still got to work on. I have a plan and we can make it work. And I got 4 people that they want to get involved. They might get involved. They got a subject picked out, but I got to get times. Pick out a time. If you're on that list, let me know when, and we'll get you loaded. Make sure the world knows when you're doing your thing. But don't tell me in chat, because here, that email address. That's the place to contact me with that information so I can find it easily. There's Joe Durbin. Good morning. Yeah, we were just going through some pennies and stuff. I'm doing better, he says. Well, it's about time. It's a dinosaur. I'm trying to get folks to sign up. Just start getting the word out. We'll get them. Where was that? If you look down below in my description, you're going to see a link to the video directory. Let's see. Here's a scope. Nope, here's a screen. All right, let's see. This is what I see. All right, now I got to put this part together. And this is the description. There's Beth Coddington. We're trying to get her over 1,000. Let's see. The big show, blah, blah. Okay, SJ's doing her thing. To order, if you'd like to order anything, get a hold of me by email. Okay, Midnight Madness. Please support these channels. There's Beth, there's Brian, there's Cheapskate. One Facebook group. Okay, there's the blog. There, find out what's live every day of the week in the video and live stream directory. Right there, and click on that. That's where you want to go. So it's in the links below. It might say see more. And you might have to go to a different video to watch that. But it'll be there. There. Gotta get moving. You stay groovy, Robert. You just woke up. Go back to bed. Really. It's Friday morning. It's 8 o'clock. That's what I'll probably do. I'll go back to bed here at some point. All right. What else we got? Oh, we're here. There's a pretty 39S. Pretty good shape. A few blemishes. But pretty good shape. Yeah, we'll take that and put it with some others. Where'd they flip their go that it was in? This must be it. There it is. We'll get some of these ready. What do you got here? All right. Yeah, I could do a set of 30s and 40s. They'll be pretty good. 40D. If we can make this thing ever focus. Is that wood? Is it woody? Is it grainy? Maybe a bit. All right. That wants to be set out. And I'll put together a package of a bunch of these. 40S. I mean, it looks good until you put it under that scope. That's what we're looking at. Red brown. Well, some people want some. I don't want to pay 18 bucks for a 1940s. Has your view time gone up considerably, especially since the last seminar? This past month has been pretty good. Well, kids are back in school, but people are into their regular routine. They left the beach, they left the barbecue, they left the woods, and they're back home doing their thing the way they should. And yeah, it's picked up considerably. I'm getting about 11,000 views per month. That's pretty good. It's better than the 8 I was getting for summer. Oh gosh, summertime was quiet time around here. There's a real pretty one. All right, I'll be able to put together a bunch of these in a package. 45Ds. Goody good. That's what I shall do. Yeah, BU40s. I'm going to get some proof pennies out here. I think you got 70s in next over there. It's got, geez, you know, it's got the dark spot on there, but boy, the rest is sure as pretty. What's that, 50? Okay, that doesn't count. We got a bunch of 58Ds already. Yeah. Lots of 58s. Well, I know where that tube of 58s went. 39. Well, better have it in a flip than floating around the table. Which is how I get so many boxes. This is all 58s. What's up here? Yeah, that's looking better. 44S. And upside down S. Now. Alright, there, I'll put those together in a patch. Or two. What's this one? Whatever's on the table, man. You pick it up, you stick it in a box, you get it the hell out of the road. There. 58s. These are mostly 58s. All right. There. We'll figure that box is good enough. So, organize these together. Come on. Okay. Well, we done filled that box. What's this box? Okay, there. Get that together with this box, and you get this one out of the way. There's no place to put it. But I get all this. I get these boxes from cleaning off the desk, and God, I don't know what the heck is in there. Dude, I got no idea. And I gotta figure it out. What you got here? All right, there's a slab. We'll get that out of here. What's this? Oh, there's that cool thing. Got that from Lemon. Ooh, this is a cool thing. I like these old coppers. Son's getting ready for school, but still listening and checking. Here's one of those old Canadian half-penny tokens. Well, I can show it here first. If it'll focus. There's an 1820. It's just a harp. And on the other side, you got this fat guy, which is probably supposed to be one of the King's George. Yeah, just some big fat guy. And this is where that book I keep talking about comes in handy, because you can look up what exactly is this coin, and you find out it's a half-penny token. Find out who the fat guy is, and realize, oh, it's a counterfeit from the day. And they use these. They didn't have change. They didn't have coinage, so people just mashed up copper pieces and sent them over. Of course, you couldn't do it after 1825, so they just changed the date on them and kept on making them. So you get this sort of thing. It's 1820, probably made around the late 1820s. And it's a harp token. Kind of a neat thing. Nothing there. You get a head, you get a harp, you get a date. No other words. Big fat piece of copper. All right. That's the kind of thing I collect. What you got here? Oh, here's one. I actually got that one in the proper holder. It takes so long to put these together. There's a 2000 wham, a wide AM. Yep, that's me. And you can take a look. That's screaming. That one's a shiner. Not a thing wrong with that one. Okay, maybe not much wrong with it. That's as shiny as they come. That's like a brand new penny. Let's get this out of the way. And the wham, you can see right here, is the space between the A and the M. There it is. It's wide. It's a wide space. There's a close AM in which the A and the M almost touch. I mean, you can fit like a slice of paper through there. That's what that is. But you get pretty good shape on this one. That's why it's, you know, in the special holder with all that stuff. All right. Here's a there we go. So I put together whole batches of these things, right? 50 different from 1959 to 1981, P, D, and S. And I got the decent little holders. And here's a 1961 that I deemed worthy. Okay, so that's getting, you know, set up for the next time I do another batch of those. Here is an 1851 large cent. There it is. Pretty good shape. Don't you hate when they take a beautiful coin and rub it with their fingers? Stop it. Stop it. Oh, you're killing me. This is fake. It's underweight and it's over 10% narrower. It's the wrong goddamn size. Okay, that's why it's in great shape. It's as fake as they come. All right, you got some problems here. What set me off going after was, what the hell? Those look to be recut stars. No, they didn't do recut stars. The stars are not that sharp when the dentals are that frickin' wore out. No, something's wrong here. Great shape. And I'm looking, well, the stars are awfully darn sharp, and you can barely read the darn date on that thing. I better look at this a little closer. Okay, some of the details didn't line up quite right. The weight was wrong. It's too light. And the measurement, it's not wide enough. Dude, you put a coin, you put a planchet in between two dies and squeeze the hell out of it, it's going to go until it reaches the collar. It's not going to stop 3 millimeters short of the collar. It's a real pretty fake, though. Can you tell the difference between that, a real one, and this one? Weights and measures are your first indicator, right? Play it by the numbers, weigh the coin, measure the coin, and inspect the detail. But here, the details don't match. The sharpness of these stars, this doesn't make sense with the weakness in the dentals. No, don't make sense. It's a cast copy, and the outside was later redone, and they're still not big enough. Not good enough. What should they weigh? A little more than this one. You could look that up. I try not to memorize every detail. Dentals? Dentals. There we go. You should always have a pair of funny teeth in your drawer. Yeah, but this is no good. Oh, there it is. So I'll keep that around because it's no good. They're handy. Where'd the holder go? There is no holder. There was a holder. Now there's no hurl. I hate this place. Let's see what that stuff is. Well, here's another one. There, that's got nothing on it. It don't have to be a good one anyway. Oh, here's some stuff. What's that? Okay. Well, here's a Bitcoin. Yeah, I gotta organize the rounds into their own little group. I think I got that from Mantic. I don't know where I got that. Okay. So that's what's in. What's this? $50. That'll make you holler. Do I need any of these? Put it in here. Three sacks of coins. Oh, that's good. 1892, 03. What could that be? I got these all over the desk. They're everywhere, man. 03, so you're looking at her double chin and her nose and her nostrils and her mouth line. Yeah, Cindy's got a bunch of these. She can tell you all about these things. 1892. What else do I need beside the 03? I give it fine condition on that one, which says I should have some of the details, but not full crosses on those jewels. Whoop, which is what I got. Partial crosses, almost no cross, but some detail. All right. That then says $16 on it. We could put that in the auction. Yeah, those Canadian large cents, dude, they're fully collectible, and they are hard to find. What do you got here? 1890H. There's another one. When the hell did I get that one? I don't know where these things come from. Oh, I remember that one. That's got the scratch on it. And that's probably better than fine. I got far more detail on those, almost all the way across. But it's got this big scratch across it, which is too damn bad for an 1890H. We'll put that Scarface. Yeah, maybe we could auction that. We'll put the two together or something. Oh, here you go. This is what I talk about. You got those 1859 Canadas. Here she is. Let's look at Lizzie. This is little Lizzie. She's got the wreath on her head. All right. There's a pretty good gouge over there in front of her face. You get the laurel leaves. Let's see. The 9 is key to this thing. Well, Amy will tell you all about these things. But here, this is a narrow 9, and it's a repunch 9 over 9. And you get in there, you can see it just right. There you go. And this is narrow 9 over 9, number 2. And that's what you get. And there are scores of die varieties on 1859. And a lot of them have to do with the number 9. But you can see it on the outside of the top. Of course, that's an easy one. Right? You can see it down on the lower end and just a little bit on the inside. And that's what you get. Let's see what else we got on the letters. The rest of them look right. But they had to just keep frigging with a 9. Dude, that 9's not good enough. Let's do that again. And they frigged it up. Quit it. But you got to go and look at the leaves. The leaves tell everything about these Canadians. That'll lead you where to go, right? You start with this leaf number, what is it, 7? Okay, the one at the top, that's number 1. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, somewhere around here. And depending on what's going on with the vine, right? Is the leaf connected to the vine? Does it have a stem on the leaf? Does it not have a stem? That'll tell you, which coin you have. Leaves and loops. That's them. Amiopolia. Okay. But the N9 number 2, even with that gouge in front of the head, I'd probably start the auction at about $30 on that one. Yeah, they get to be high dollars, some of them. There's nothing there. This stays here. Okay. Then I got these sacks. Which one's this one? That's the Woody. That's the bag of Woodies. Better 40 to 58s. And God knows what these are. All right. Oh, to put together a bunch of woods? That could work. We're going to get into this now. Cheapskate does a bunch of Canadians from time to time. I've seen him with them. God, look at the woody grains here. Oh, boy. Oh, God, look at this. Where'd this one come? Where have you been all my life? Right here in the bag. 1937. Pretty darn good shape. And check out the grain. Sorry, but I have to run. Always good seeing you. Oh, you too, baby. Don't be a stranger. Okay, I backed off the focus so I could raise it up. And we can see some focus and the color. Oh, yeah, baby. That's what we're talking about. That's wood grain right there. Real pretty. This is why they don't get red. They get red-brown. If I can keep that from sliding, it'll be a miracle. Yeah, that's a sharp one. Get it back. A bit finer on the back as far as the grain goes. Pretty darn nice shape. That's AU at the very least. A little soft on the letter A. What's going on with that? Yeah. Okay, we could do a bunch of these. I'm going to zoom in. No, I thought it was a die crack. No, it's not. It's the grain. All right. There's some grainy. Yeah, we'll put a few of these together. Have like a 5-pack or something of woods, or 10-pack of woods. Goes through the date. 44S, but it's not much grain, and it's got a fingerprint. But boy, it sure is shiny. That's the grain. That's it. That's the whole damn thing. Great shape, full luster, fingerprints, and a splash of grain right there. Well, geez, if a person wants to put together a full set of woodies, it is a gorgeous thing when they're done. Because nothing else has character like woody pennies. The color here looks pretty right. Let's see. It should be on the upper side. Okay, it does not go through the planchet, just one-sided. Well, no matter. I better get some clips out. Yeah, I'll get some decent looking woodies for sure. Ooh. Here's a decent wood, 1931. Better contrast, not quite as vivid as I like to see. I like to see that it's like a tiger. It's like it took a tree and sliced it up. But it's in pretty decent shape. Have a look there. That's VF. Higher end VF. Look at the back here. Got some crud over there in the rim. How's the color in the back? Same sort of thing. Mostly covered. You get about 75 to 80% coverage on that. And the back is not as bold. Okay. But you can see it for sure. It stands out. Yeah. Well, good. You can get woodies on just about every year. I know of no years that don't have woodies. How does this one look? Not too bad. Decent coverage, mostly covered. Contrast is uneven. That's okay. The uneven contrast is nice, but it's like fine grain. And that's a 1928. How's it look? VF. It's not without contact marks. How's the back? Much lower contrast. A couple of darker spots there. Well, really, the way to display these is put them in a binder, and you're gonna be looking at the front for the most part. That's where that one comes in. What do you use to move around the coin? A piece of scrap paper. Right here. You don't have to finger these up. I'm gonna get that flip. I'm gonna put that coin into that flip. Right. I'm gonna flip it over. That's easy. I'm gonna stop it with my fingernail, but I can flip that coin over pretty darn easy. Right. I want to get it put inside. No problem. I'll stick it up like that. It's under the paper. Paper's in the slot. A couple of taps. It's in. Pull my piece. There. Get them out same way. That's why you hear me tapping and tapping. You hear this. There. Get the penny out. It's not going to hurt it dropping that inch, or actually 2 inches. Yeah. Pick it up. Stick it on there. Put it over here. Take a look. Ta-da! There it is. Take it away. Put it back. Where'd it go? Yep, that's the upside. Stick it in. Penny's done. That's put up. What else we got here? But these have been these are circulated. Oh, where's that card gone? There's another 37. Well, that first batch already has a. Oh, it's a 27. Okay, fine grain, good coverage, low contrast, decent shape. Telekinetics, I will. Squeeze your head really hard and think, jump, jump, jump. I did that once, and 4 people. Oh man. Well, it turns out there was a stock market crash that day, so I got away with it. Here, the back is much better on this one. Much higher contrast, still good coverage. And that's probably XF. That's high-end VF at least. Okay, for what the hell was it? 27? 27. The back looks better than the front. Yeah, we'll put that up. What's the black piece? That came in from Rick Parlett. And I'm going to touch it because, baby, believe me, over the course of the life of this thing, it's been touched. There it is. That's the Emperor Constans. So this is an old Roman bronze from about 350 or so BC. Pretty tore up, pretty tired piece of bronze. You know, it'd buy you, what, like 5 slaves with this. Yeah, old and tired, but you got all the old detail. Yeah, this is one of those ancients. Now, that's a piece of metal was stamped 1,500 years ago. The square black piece, I put the coins on. You get these. It's foam board. You get it at Walmart. There, it's just black. They get different colors. It's $3. You get a sheet. It's 2 feet by 3 feet or something like that, right? 24 by 30 or something. 1/4 inch thick. It's just foam is all that is. Cut it with a knife. Right? Yeah. Whatever size you like. You want mediums, bigs. What I've been using for the base over here, and it's foam. You squeeze it, but it's stiff enough to move my coins around. Right? I can make it big enough so even my gobby hands aren't gonna frig it up. Over in the where they got paper and stuff, maybe arts and crafts. It's a Walmart. You know your way around Walmart. Aisle 15. It's over there. They're handy. It's good. It works for me. You can make stuff out of it. What's going on with this one? Can't see it. Oh, 1924. Oh, good. And here we've got full coverage, medium contrast. I got a good dark stripe right through the middle. Pretty good, pretty decent shape. Let's look at the back. That's a brighter coin. The general coin is much brighter. There you go. Great wheats, great lines. Much finer texture on the back. Yeah, but you get that good contrast right through his face. That's what I like to see, you know. Make him look like a bandit. What's this one? That's not very bold. Give me a smaller one. Oh! Alright. Coffee up. It's a, what is it? 19S. Super fine, but you got a higher concentration over there by his shoulder. That's the back. Now, much finer and not so much contrast on that one. But if you want a set of woods, you got to get that. But it's a, you know, it's a 1919S. All right, it's probably $1 coin to begin with. Which coin would be the Halloween coin, the Susan B.A. or the Canadian cent? Dude, the Canadian cent is okay. You know, you get kids coming around. All right, give them a little fright. But if you got like, you know, roughnecks, industrial contractors, you put that SBA and they're running, man. You got bikers coming to your neighborhood, you put one of them things out, they're freaking running, right? Try it. That's one scary chick right there. Yeah. I mean, Lizzie's okay, you know, she keeps herself perking and all. For a 92-year-old woman. Here's another sharp one. I can't see it. It's a 35. All right, little spot on his neck. And that's typical of 1930s wood. You get some cross hatching going on up there. That's the back. Ooh, much better contrast in the back. They look a lot better in person if you like these things. Am I at a flips? No. I got plenty of the damn things. Reminds me, I gotta take some time and count out more flips. Okay, there's a 35. So what? How many have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 woods all at once. I'm sure we do 10. Here's a 32. Very light, mild. Good shape on the 32 though. What's that one? Okay, 41S. I'm not feeling the love here. Ooh, what the hell is that crab? Well, you don't have to look at the back. Let's set that one aside. What's that one? 35D, and just a hint, just a splash of color on that one. Down a lower bust. Okay, there's 10. I'll put those together and take it where it goes. I like SBA. I'll get you one. Didn't I get you one already? All right, there's a bunch of woods here. A little bit of everything on that desk back there. Ooh, where's this one? Ooh, look at this. This one just popped out. That's wood. That's a 1941. That's a striper. Not quite the tigers I like, but that's good contrast. That's real good contrast right there. How's the back? Bright. Yep. Real sharp and pretty on that one. Texture. This ought to be its own woody class. There you go. Got racing stripes. Okay, I'm going to put that one in there too. Put the price of the roof, hopefully. Okay, is that enough of those? That's enough of those for today. Okay, look, I got things I got to do. We're coming up on 9 o'clock. The store's about to open downtown. I got to make a trip. Because if I don't, my car insurance is going to lapse. Okay, guys. Hey, been a couple hours. 8 o'clock tonight, we're going to have an auction. You want to be here for that. It'll be fun. We'll have more stuff. This is just a glimpse. But I'll come back and I'll probably find more stuff, I'm sure. And we'll go from there. So you guys, I'm going to take off. You stay groovy, okay?